Welcome to Wildcat Sports Update. I'm your host, Jim Boyle, and in studio today I have the three captains of our girls basketball team. I'd like to welcome them. We have Allesandra Delgenio, we have Eva Boudreau, and we have Gabby Kulevich. Welcome. And real quickly, let's just run down who you are, what position you play, how long you played basketball for our high school team.
I'm Allie. I'm a junior. I'm a point guard, and I've played at the high school for 3 years.
Okay, Eva?
I'm Eva. I'm a forward, and I've played at the high school for 3 years.
Okay.
I'm Gabby. I'm a senior, and I'm a shooting guard. I've been playing for 4 years.
Okay, now you're all here because you're captains of the team. We have two juniors and one senior. I'm going to start the captain's questions with the senior, Gabby, who was just on with me for volleyball, so a lot more comfortable than stay. What do you perceive your role as a captain on this team?
I see my role as again for volleyball, being the hype man for the team and always encouraging everyone. Yeah. Okay.
And Eva, you're an underclassman. You're a junior, so you're not. How do you see your role as a captain? And being a junior, does that impact you in any way, shape, or form?
I feel like my role is just to try to lead by example and help the kids out if they need help with anything.
Okay. All right, and we'll go you next, Allie, and I'll ask a follow-up question. What do you see your role? You're also a junior, and you're a captain. And you've been around for 3 years. What do you see your role there?
Being point guard, I feel like I have to help everyone set up and be supportive and just make sure everyone knows what they're doing and where they are.
So you're sort of the captain, but you're also a coach on the field, on the court, yeah, being a point guard. So the question I like to ask, because it's always fun, there's a couple things captains have responsibility for. One is team dinners, the other is the bus. So who wants to take team dinners and who wants to take the music on the bus? Ava, why don't you do the team dinners? How do those work, and what are some of the things you guys have done?
At the beginning of the year, before tryouts, after tryouts, the day, whoever made the team will go out, and then we'll just get used to everybody on the team. And then as the year goes on, we'll get a Google spreadsheet, and we'll put all the dates before the games, and then people will just sign up for that date, and whoever takes that date will just go to their house on that day and have a team dinner.
What's been the best food at a team dinner so far this year?
I know.
Probably at Jill's, the buffalo chicken mac and cheese.
Buffalo chicken mac and cheese? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay, and when you're at, Allie, when you're at a team dinner, what's the atmosphere? Is it for team building, or is it to get everybody hungry, eat? Do you fool around afterwards? How's the bonding work?
It's I feel like all of those. We eat, and then Shaylin makes everyone laugh for the last 20 minutes of the whole thing. So
that's Shaylin Bresnahan. So we'll go down to the bus rides. Who's in charge of the music, Gabby, on the bus?
Unfortunately, this year we are not able to play music on the bus.
Ooh, okay.
We were in the past, but Coach Chris decided that this year it'll help us get in the game, get your headset in the game. Yeah.
Who's responsible? Is there music before the game or in the locker room?
For home games, usually Leah controls the music. Locker rooms, we don't play music.
Okay. So you're all three. Dennis Ingram, the AD at Wilmington High School, has created what he calls a captain's council, and you're all three probably going to those if they've had a couple meetings this year. Start with you, Gabby. What do you find? What do you see the role of that council, and how does that benefit you as a captain?
I really think the council is a great way to get all of the different sports captains together, because there's so many different sports in the winter itself. So I think it's a good way to bond with other people. For say we bond with the wrestling captains or the boys basketball captains. And I think it's a great way to bring everyone together.
Okay, and Eva, this is your first time being on the captain's council, I assume.
Yeah.
What are some of the takeaways that you get from that?
I agree with a lot of the stuff that Gabby said. You get to meet all the new captains of the other sports, and what he shows, you get to see a lot of cool things. He'll show videos, and he'll read things quotes, and he'll show you how to be a leader, what you can do to be a leader, and you get to learn a lot of cool things that you didn't even know.
Excellent. And Allie, you're the last one, so I always tell people you really can't repeat what they said, but what do you see that captain's council in the future? How's that going to help you?
I think it helps because we all feed off each other's ideas, and then it just helps you be a better leader for the future and like anything, not even just like sports.
And you guys all agree it's a good idea to do it at the high school level for captains at the high school?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Goals for the season going into, we're going to start, Allie, you get the easy chair, so you're the first one. What goals did the team set this year that they were trying to, we want to achieve? Now we're halfway through the season.
Definitely having a better record than we did last year and the year before. I also think like having good team chemistry like on the court was like a big thing we needed to work on, and I feel like we've done so much better this year than we were last year.
Excellent answer. Eva gives you next one. Was there a win-loss goal? Was it make the playoff goal? What was that?
I think our top goal, I'd say, was probably make playoffs and get a better record,
Okay.
which we have right now. So, and also like building friendships between like everybody on the team and trying to include like everybody more.
Okay. Now, Gabby, as the lone senior captain, how did you impact getting the goal? I love the goal of getting everybody, making sure the team meshes, team chemistry. What did you see? How did you help to accomplish that goal as a senior captain?
I think definitely like the bonding, like in the group chats, like even like after games, we like text each other. I think that's like a huge thing, and also team dinners are huge for team bonding. Yeah, there's so many things that we do that like bonds us together, and I think we're a really good team this year, bond-wise.
Right, and I like the fact you also use a Google spreadsheet to do things. There's some kind of digital map that you follow. Gabby, how many members of the team right now at Varsity?
Right now there's 12. on
There's
Varsity.
12, and why don't you give me like the first 3 or 4? So I try to get everybody mentioned. So start with.
I'll start with the seniors. There's me, there's Shaylin Bresnahan, and Julia Archer.
Okay, you got the juniors.
Me, Allesandra Delgenio, Jill Collins, and Kimmy Kane.
Okay, and you luckily get the sophomores.
Okay, there's Erin McCarthy, Summer Sands, Allie McGilligot, Charlotte Forcina,
Leah Murphy.
and Leah Murphy. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 12.
That's a lot.
Last year, how many guys were on the team last year total? Do you remember?
12.
You had 12
Yeah,
too?
Yeah.
about the same.
Is 12 good for practicing?
Yeah.
One of the things we'll talk about a little bit later on, you had a little bit limited turnout for participating in the whole program. So the question I'll ask you is, what have you seen the growth of are there any newcomers to the team? And how have you seen your team grow, Allie, over from the first practice till right now, till we get ready to we play Wakefield tomorrow night?
I think at the beginning of the season, like the first practices, I feel like a lot of people that joined the team, like the underclassmen, were kind of like timid and like not like scared, but like
Quiet.
yeah. But I feel like everyone's much more comfortable, so it helps like the whole team
Okay.
just be better.
And then Ava, strengths. What do you think? What do you perceive what is the strength of our team right now? And how do we just go with it. What's the strength?
I think our athleticism, because we have a lot of really athletic girls. So in the quickness, we like the defense that we have. If we play defense like we did on Tuesday night against Reading, then I think we can cut down a lot of points from other teams, and that'll help us win games because we can also score the ball pretty good.
Okay, and this is the record, Gabby, right now as of today. What's the date? The 24th?
25th.
25th. So as of January 25th, what's the record?
6 and 7.
6 and 7. We just lost to Reading on Tuesday. We're hitting the Middlesex Freedom Division now. Was one of the goals, Gabby, to win the Freedom Division as well in Middlesex, or is that something the goal was more to make the playoffs and win more than we lost?
I think the goal was more make the playoffs. I know last year and the year before that was one of the really big goals for the team, and now that we finally are like really in that good spot to make the playoffs, I think that's one of the biggest goals.
So on the Freedom Division side, for everyone listening, the Liberty Division in the Middlesex League are the big schools: the Readings, the Winchesters, the Arlingtons, the Belmonts, the Lexington, whatever. There's a whole big schools at Woburn. For us, we play the Freedom Division, which are the smaller schools. Who's our competition right now in the Freedom Division? Who's going to give us the hardest time when you hit the court, Gabby?
Any help here?
Wakefield.
Wakefield.
So Wakefield we have tomorrow night. Burlington used to be really good. I think they've gone on a
lost.
tough
I
time.
think definitely Wakefield.
Wakefield.
They're really like solid.
They're always good. Like no matter who's on the team, they just have like they have a
Everyone
good
knows
group
how
of
to
girls.
play basketball.
Yeah.
They have a good
All
program.
basketball players.
Okay, and that's tomorrow night. Well, this will be on there afterwards. That'll be Friday the 26th. Both games doubleheader on live on WCTV. Not that it matters now because we'll be past with my broadcast. But as you go into tomorrow night's game, 6 and 7, the goal is to make the playoffs. Right now, where are you, power rankings, where are we seated? Let me know.
14.
14. So that means we might get a home playoff game. So now these next couple games seem to be vitally important. What are you going to do to beat the next? What do you have to accomplish to win the next couple of games to get us to that playoff spot? Ava, I'll go to you.
We just need to come out strong and like play a whole game. Like if we don't play a whole game, we'll start to fall apart. We'll lose it. Like at the end of the Reading game with like a few minutes left, it was tied, and then we kind of lost it with turnovers. But if we don't play like that and we just stay strong the whole game, we can definitely. I honestly think we can win the rest.
Okay, and Allie, as the point guard, if you see that if you go into stretches where, and this happens a lot in high school, where you struggle, the team struggles to score, so you have to you have to play defense. What offensively do you do as the point guard to try to get the offense going again? Is there any specific thing that you've been doing? I know that your jump from sophomore to junior has been really great talent-wise. So what are you doing to help to pull that out?
We have some new plays that we put in, so I feel like when the teams, like when we're not scoring as much, if we set those up, it helps us a lot. Or just like talking everyone through everything, I feel like helps us a lot. And just moving and cutting and everything.
Now on the floor, who's the most vocal person on the floor for the team?
Allie.
Allie? Okay. And and how do you keep Shaylin in line, keep Shaylin focused? Because Shaylin's the fun big.
Well, the thing is,
player.
she barely stays focused. But when she goes on a run, she will sometimes be in the zone.
All right, and let's go. We'll start. Gabby, top moment from this year. We played 13 games. What do you see as the top moment for the team this year so far?
Oh boy. I don't know. I think just like our record in general. Like,
the fact that you're winning.
Yeah, I think it's really good, and like we've been pretty much very consistent in our playing, and I think the rest will come when it comes.
Okay, you got to answer differently, Ava. What's the top moment?
I agree with everything Gabby said, but I think just having like the team bonding and chemistry that we all have, because everybody's definitely gotten a lot closer as like the season's gone on. But I think going off what Gabby said, beating like a lot of teams that we didn't beat last year, like we have the same amount of wins right now that we ended with last year. So I think we could definitely finish a lot better, and hopefully the playoff game is home, so everybody can pack the gym.
Pack the Cushing.
Yeah.
We got to come up with a new nickname for that. I'll figure that out on the broadcast tomorrow night. Maybe we'll talk after the broadcast. We'll come up with a new nickname. Is there all three? Allie, anything that anybody hit a half-court shot? Anybody hit a big shot and one that really fired the team up?
Jill's buzzer beater at the end of the Reading game, the half time, she got the ball, just threw it up.
Well, but it was also, there was like 6 seconds left, so
okay,
after she shot it, there was like 2 seconds to go. But it was still pretty impressive.
Close. Yeah, okay. And have any of you set any individual goals? When you started the season, and we've talked about how great the team bonding is, but now look at you individually. What did you want to accomplish this year, Allie? What was your goal? When we finish the season and I see you in the hallway and I say, did you accomplish your goal? You'll say, yes, I did what I wanted to do. What was your goal as coming in as a junior?
Definitely to shoot more. Not even just like making shots, but just like building up the confidence to take them. So I feel like last year and the year before, I didn't take as many shots as I do now, and some of them started falling for me, so definitely that.
So you see, right now it's 13 games and you feel like you're starting to reach that point.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ava, I know you've been a scorer since almost your freshman year, correct? So what did you set up for your individual goals in order to keep moving forward?
I feel like to just be a leader. Like I want to help other kids out, like if they need help with things, just to like lead by example, bring the team closer together, and just get more wins.
Okay, so I'm driving at one. What do you want to accomplish as a basketball player at Wilmington High School? What's the top goal? There's a banner. I know that this is probably in your mind, and it's a great thing. And don't be embarrassed to want to have that be your goal. There's a banner there that says 1,000-point scores, and there's only like 6 or 7 of them. Is that a goal for you? And if you accomplish that, that's a major accomplishment. So I'd I'd be proud that that's my goal, because if I would play high school basketball, I probably would have scored a half a point if I was lucky, because I couldn't play basketball. But that's okay to say that as a goal. I think it's something that kids can aspire to, looking up to you and do that. So don't be embarrassed to that, and that's a great goal to have, because we can put out another name, then we'll have a ceremony, and I can broadcast the game, and it'll be fun. That's a good thing. Gabby, anything for you individually?
Ever since I first started playing volleyball, I really enjoyed volleyball more than I did basketball, and I've been playing basketball my whole life. And I think, my sophomore, junior year, I really kind of, lost the love for basketball, and my goal this year was to kind of, bring it back and enjoy the season.
And we're getting to that point?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's a very good, cohesive team, and everybody enjoys themselves, which is really good. On to the Coach Frizz. Or Chris, I don't know what you call him.
We call him a lot of
Chris.
things.
Okay, let's just keep it at Coach Chris or Coach Chris. Second year in the program. We have a really good unit. Like I said, you want to make a home playoff game. What is his basic coaching philosophy? What is he trying to accomplish on the court and in practice as to get you better and to run specific offense or defenses? Gabby.
I think he's excited to teach us new things, new plays and new offenses and things like that. And he really likes to see us work together, like we've been saying. And I think he's been really proud of us this year of what we've been doing. So yeah.
So Eva, because you all three have played for him for 2 years, where have you seen where has he grown as a coach? I mean, a first-year coach is hard to be. Where has Coach Chris grown as a coach? Is it drawing up plays? Is it the cohesiveness? Is it running a practice? Or how have you seen him grow as a coach?
I feel like being able to talk to us more, because last year he seemed really scared. It was he didn't really know what he was doing. It was a first-year coach. I would be scared too. But he's definitely gotten a lot more confidence in himself, and he's finding more things for us, getting us better each day, and just talking to us a lot more.
Excellent. And as the point guard, again, I'm going to use the leader on the floor. You're technically an extension of the coach. How has he helped you become that extension?
I think that. Hold on, Blake.
Take your time. We have all the time.
Wait, say the question one more time.
How have you're the extension of the coach. How has he
Okay.
helped you become that leader on the floor as the coach?
I think he just talks me through things, and he's a big help because he knows sometimes when I get frustrated or whatever, he knows what to say to make me reel it in and everything. And I just feel he just helps me all around.
Excellent. So I know we had a light turnout for tryouts this year. So I'm going to ask you, how do we grow the program from here on out? You guys have been in the program for 4 years and 3 years. Gabby, how can we grow? What can we do to get more girls interested in playing basketball at the high school level?
I think the biggest thing is really just encouraging them, themselves, and I think we have to show the little girls more of what we do and make them kind of inspired in a sense and really want to be a part of Wilmington High School basketball.
Ava?
I feel we need to show how good we bond together and the friendships you can make out of it, because it's not really all about winning. It's about what you get out of it. You get a lot of friendships. You learn a bunch of new things that you didn't know before.
And I'm going to give you a different question, because I've been putting you're the last one in a lot of the questions, so it'll be a lot easier for Allie. If I'm the parent of a 5th grade girl or 4th grade girl who's maybe trying to make the travel team but wants to play high school basketball, what would you tell them? What would you tell them to want to play high school basketball? What are you getting out of high school basketball? The 5th grade. What are you going to tell them?
I've built so many friendships, and I feel I've gotten so many traits from basketball. I've learned how to be a leader and communicate with others well. I just feel you meet so many good people, even on other teams, in different towns. You just meet so many people that are valuable to you.
Okay. Ava, same question. What are you going to tell the parent of the 5th grader? So you're the 5th grader. We do all this great stuff, but what are you going to tell the parent? The parents hemming and hawing. Maybe they should play hockey. Maybe they should basketball. What would you tell them?
Say it's a great environment to be around. All the parents are nice. They're always all together. They become friends quick. They'll do stuff before and after the games, and you can just meet a bunch of new people and they're always like fun to be around.
Okay, and Gabby, how do we sell the fifth grader to keep playing if they're just playing rec right now, but there's always an opportunity? Like, how do we sell that player to keep playing?
You know, that's kind of exactly what happened to me. So I would just say keep pushing through it, and eventually, like, it'll come back to you, no matter what.
All right, now we come to my favorite part of the program. We're going to meet you individually. I'll ask the individual questions. And I am going to start this way, left, Allie, so I know we wanted to go the other way. I have 2 juniors and I have 1 senior here, so the future question really isn't going to help you guys because I know your future. You're going to come back to high school, play basketball one more year. So the first question is, and the former teammate or teammates that you learned the most from, who helped teach you, who helped show you the way?
I definitely think Jess Collins, who graduated last year, had a big impact on me as a basketball player and just like as a person. She was very supportive and just like knew how to bring the team together and everything, and she was just a great role model for me and a lot of other people on the team.
Okay, and a shout out to Jess Collins. She was actually on the first Wildcat Sports Update, and she'd have been a guest a lot, so a very excellent pick. What other activities or sports did you do at the high school?
Do I do?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I also play soccer and lacrosse at the high school. Okay.
Favorite moment from this year for you or your career? What's your favorite basketball moment of all time? All time.
I think in AAU when I hit like a game-winning shot in a championship game.
Okay. And
Yeah.
take us through that game-winning shot. How did it happen?
There was like 2 seconds left and the ball got swung to me, and I don't really shoot a lot, and I just shot it, and it was a 3, and it just went in, and it was just kind of like crazy because I never shoot or make shots really.
So now you do, though. We've talked about. What number do you wear, and why do you wear it?
I wear number 13 mostly because it was the only one left because I was a freshman. You get last pick, but I've just grown to like it now, I feel like. So
do you wear the same number? And do you wear the same number in soccer and is it lacrosse?
No, but I like it as like my basketball number, if that makes sense.
Excellent. Coaches you've had in the past you want to mention that have helped you, or you've been learned a lot from.
When I was younger, I learned a lot from Eva's dad, Tim Boudreau. Through my AAU, when I played AAU, Mike Morrison was my coach.
Okay.
He was really good, and obviously Coach Chris.
Okay. Influences. Who influenced you to get into basketball?
Yeah, Eva's dad. Because me and Eva have always been like really close, like ever since we were younger, and our parents have been really close. So we've just, her dad.
Okay, and do you? We do a lot of games on WCTV. Do you watch your games on WCTV or on YouTube, whatever channel is? And what do you get out of that, if anything?
Yeah, I do. When you watch like yourself play, I feel like you can find the mistakes and then correct them for the next games and practices and everything. And I just feel like it helps you build as a player.
Excellent. How's the play-by-play guy though? Just kidding. You don't have to answer that. Ava, we're going on to you. A teammate or teammates that helped you along the way get to where you are.
I agree with Allie, with Jess, but I also got influenced by Olivia Spazuko because right when I got on the team, she was one of the ones who like welcomed me in right away and like helped build my confidence as a player.
Good. What other activities do you do at the high school?
Play softball.
You do play softball. Favorite moment of your basketball lifetime?
I think starting AAU, like I met a lot of new friends from different towns, and I've been with them since 4th grade, and we still play together.
And different towns, are these guys you're playing in high school too?
Yeah, they play in high school, but
no, they play against us in Middlesex. Or are they from? Okay.
They don't play us.
I give a shout out to your AAU team. What's?
New England Storm.
I could have guessed that. It's right on your shirt. I'm kidding.
It was Mass Elite, but we all transferred.
The transfer there.
Yeah.
Favorite athlete or role model that you look up to?
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark. She's done a lot, right? So guys are now watching basketball. We talked about that on my podcast, Caitlin Clark. Excellent. What number do you wear and why do you wear it?
I wear number 32. I wear it because it's kind of like a family tradition. Like my dad wore it, my aunt wore it, my uncle wore it. So like ever since then, like it's been like a family tree. So they just like wrote it down to me, and I'm hoping to like keep it going like later in life.
Excellent answer. I like that answer. Coaches that you want to credit going on?
My dad.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay, it's fine. This is,
No, I know.
This is a very natural thing here. This is just having a conversation in our living room. Perfect. So, Dad, anybody else, or is
My grampy.
he coached you too?
Well, like he's helped me with a lot of stuff,
Okay,
but
good.
he didn't like coach me.
Okay.
My AAU coach Jason Beers, and Jessica Robinson,
Okay.
and Chris Missouri.
Good. And who were I'm going to guess influences. Who were your influences? I'm sure your dad and your grandpa were influenced for you. Do you have any cousins, uncles, aunts? You said the numbers have been passed down. Were any of those people influenced as well?
My mom, my aunt, and honestly, just like my whole family. Like
So
they all
it's a
push me.
Boudreau basketball family.
Yeah.
Who wins the one-on-one contest right now?
Me.
You? I like the confidence. If I asked your dad the question, what would he say?
Him.
Him.
But
Okay.
he's lying.
Okay, we'll take it for that. Do you watch yourself on WCTV, and what are you looking for?
I don't always watch myself on WCTV, but I'll watch us on Huddle. Like that's
Okay.
where our games are from. But I did watch some last year, and like I like the announcer.
Yeah,
It makes like the game like hype.
that's good. I try. Sometimes I don't. Walk up. So what music? We had a discussion earlier. What's the music that we're playing for our basketball team when they're going on the court?
Drake.
Every Drake song that was ever existed?
Not all Drake, but
Majority Drake and
Yeah.
Kanye.
Do you know that I couldn't name you one Drake song if you asked me? That's pretty bad, isn't it? Because I'm not listening at your games. And that's perfect. So, Gabby, you're the senior, so there's a couple extra questions at the end. Former teammate or current teammate that's really helped you, influence you going forward?
I would have to say Shaylin. She has played basketball with me pretty much forever, and she's been with me all the way.
And that's Shaylin Bresnahan, center
Yes.
of the basketball team.
Yes.
Other activities that or sports you do at the high school?
I play volleyball and lacrosse.
Lacrosse. Favorite moment of your basketball career? Doesn't have to be anything individual. It could be anything.
The most memorable moment is probably last year, since Burlington was our number one rivals, winning that game. It was
on their senior night,
on their
beat
senior
them
night
by
too.
20.
All right, there you go. What number? I think I asked you this in volleyball, and you actually looked at your number. It's kind of cute. What number do you wear and why?
I wear number 33. It's not really like specifically chosen, but I think it goes well with me as a player.
Okay, so it's not because of Larry Bird or anything?
No.
No? I do know who Larry Bird was, so it's good. Who are any coaches that you've had in the past that you really want to credit that helped you get here?
I'd pretty much have to say all of my coaches who have coached me throughout travel and high school. Yeah.
Okay, influences. You said you've been playing with Shaylin, so Shaylin could sound an influence. Who's influenced you to help you get to this point in the basketball world?
I would have to say my older brother Matthew. He, when I was little, I'd always go to his games, which you were at,
Yeah.
and he kind of was the one who influenced me to start playing, and
Do you watch us on WCTV?
I do sometimes,
Sometimes.
and it's funny.
We got to get the viewership up a little bit, Maria. I think 'cause get them all to watch, get those views going up for first of all. What are you going to miss the most about basketball, playing basketball these days?
The friendships and the bonds.
Excellent. And what's the future hold for Gabby?
I'm gonna go to college and hopefully study criminal justice and sociology.
Okay. And my favorite part of the show is we go to the show, look straight in the camera. It's camera over here. Give a shout out to anybody you want, right there.
I'd like to shout out both of my parents for being with me every step of the way.
Okay, perfect. Eva?
Shout out my mom and my dad for pushing me to do everything and to like get the best outcome for me.
Perfect. And Allie, you're next.
I shout out my parents and my grandparents for coming to all of my games and just supporting me.
Perfect. I love that you all shout out your parents. It's awesome. And thanks for coming in. I've had the pleasure of having the three captains of the girls basketball team, Allesandra Delgenio, Eva Boudreau, Gabby Kulevich, come into the studio, and I really appreciate them coming in. So, for Wildcat Sports Update, I'm Jim Boyle, and we'll see you on down the road.